Hello! Today we're here to discuss Up or Down. This is one of Capstone's games that were released at Gen Con.
Totally ruined my thunder, but it's alright.
Well, not all of it, just
Not
part
all,
of it.
Just part of it.
Yeah. So we'll let you know if we give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Before we get into that, though, make sure you hit the subscribe button down there and the notification bell.
That's right.
Because that will let you follow along on all of our adventures, misadventures,
Bad jokes.
bad puns, yes. Lots of things. His beard. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of compliments today, actually, on that.
Yeah, I do. So I appreciate it. So.
Yeah, so...
All right,
Rob,
well,
what can you tell us about
so
this
is
game?
a 2024 release, and again, like Randy said, from Capstone. Overall rank is 7,327 on Board Game Geek, rated 6.6, which I was a little surprised. I thought it was a pretty fun game. Plays 2 to 6 people in 30 minutes for ages 8 and up. Designed by the dynamic duo of board game designers Michael Kiesling and Wolfgang Kramer. Art by Merrick Blaha, I think, and I was surprised, but not actually when thinking about it, but Plunchai Moria, which I love his art. And then I think it's Gina Rulter, published by Capstone. Like I said, MSRP, this is a cheap one, and I think it's a good one. $16.99. Card House had it for $13.59. Miniature Market had it for $13.99, and then Noble Knight $14.95. So it's a cheap game, but it's good.
I mean, for the price point,
Absolutely.
when you're looking at the card quality, they got like gold inlay in each of the cards, which is really pretty.
Yeah, and it's decent thickness.
Yeah.
But the artwork is fantastic.
There's no linen finish. As far as, I mean, all it is literally is cards and
Yeah, that's it.
a box.
A little
to
bit of
hold
an
them.
insert.
Yeah, basically that's all the components you get. But, that's what you get with most card games, so it's nothing abnormal. I always get attracted to shiny, and this has that gold inlay, which adds a little value. Plus, there's a little, if you turn the cards, there's a little bit of a reflective on the up or downwards as well. I think as far as quality of cards, quality of components in this, there isn't much to rate it on, but I'm probably going to give it a 7 because of the fact that...
I agree. I mean, for card quality is good, but the art and the gold inlay on it's really nice too. So
yeah. Well, yeah, art I put under theme,
right, sure.
Yeah. So as far as moving into theme, the theme is but basically you're playing a game of Racco, if you're familiar with that game, mixed with a bit of Bonanza. And basically you're trying to pick cards that you can sequence in from low to high or high to low. And you want to get ones that are the same color, ideally, because you're going to get a multiplier for the color you have the most of within a column. And you can have 3 active columns going. There's not a lot of theme to this, but the art is very pretty.
The art's very pretty, and what's kind of neat is the lower the number, the more the elevator doors are closed. Yeah. So the bigger the number, the more it opens up. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought that was neat too. Matter of fact, the lowest levels you have you end up with kind of the trashy elevator. It looks like it's either broken down or it looks like it's in the there's out of order stuff.
Right. So there's a lot of repetitive artwork too, but there's actually, for as many cards as there is, there's quite a bit of artwork, and it's very pretty. Yeah.
So from a thematic standpoint, because the art is very attractive,
and that's literally all there is to the theme is the artwork.
Yeah, because it doesn't tie to the gameplay
Not at all.
I guess in the sense you're going up or down on the cards, the elevator would make sense. But as far as
it could be anything.
Well, yeah, but like Adam pointed out, the art it's appealing.
It's a very pretty game.
It is something that is as a non-reviewer, Adam even pointed out.
Yeah, he pointed it out.
So I'm going to go ahead probably and give, from a thematic standpoint, this a 6.5, I think.
I think so. I think probably the biggest thing, and I think it would tie to thematics, is the fact that if you're colorblind, you would not be able to play this game.
Yeah, you would.
Because other than color, there's no and number, there's no differentiation between. I think there's 5 different colors, and there's really six different colors. It'd be very difficult to differentiate that because there's no symbology or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. That is a problem. If you have to suffer from color blindness,
Yeah.
this is definitely not the card game for you. What was your score on it?
Yeah, I think 6.5 is a good score.
Okay. As far as rulebook goes, it's a 4-page rulebook. This is super easy.
There's
and quick
really
to
nothing
get
to the
into.
game.
Yeah. So the rulebook was quick to read. I mean, it's got basically game materials, but it's literally just a deck of cards. It tells you how many colors there are. It has the number of cards for a short game and a full game. Yeah, we just always played the full game. I don't know why you'd ever want to play the short game.
I have no idea either.
Because the game isn't that long.
And literally, I never read the book, and Randy taught it in a minute.
Yeah, it's super simple. And especially if you've played Bonanza and you played games like Racco where you're trying to sequence cards, it's super easy. I'm probably going to go ahead and give this rule book. I mean, the font is a little small but it has to fit in the box. But it still wasn't like eye straining.
Right.
So the font being small wasn't eye straining. It didn't really cause that many problems trying to read the rules. And it's only 4 pages and can't get that much better than that. So I'm going to go ahead and give the rule book. I'll give it a 7 because of the font size. Really is the only thing that detracts from it, but that's because they got to fit it in this box. So moving on to the gameplay. So you're first of all, depending on player count, you're going to have a certain number of cards
that you remove from it.
It's going to go specifically from the lowest number being 1 up to a specific number, and you pull out everything higher than that number, so that everything is sequential in that deck. And you're going to ultimately shuffle the deck, making sure that you don't have a bunch of sequence.
Yeah, you want to try and get it shuffled really well.
Yeah, because every time you play, you're going to be resequencing the deck, and it may not be directly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it might be 1, 4, 7, 9.
And most people who played Magic the Gathering do a Magic Shuffle where you do different piles. That'd probably be the way you'd want to shuffle it.
Yeah. So you're going to shuffle it out. You're going to deal 3 cards to each player that is going to be in their hand.
Yep.
And then you're going to deal 6 cards up, and you're going to order them basically in the order where the numbers are touching, that are
sequentially.
Going clockwise around, such that the lowest number is on the farthest one side, and then it goes higher all the way back around. And then so you got your highest number and your lowest number next to one another at the other end. So on your turn, you're going to first of all play a card from the 3 cards of your hand into somewhere on the board. And I will play this 33 here. It falls between 36 and the high number of 78. So I would take this 36 now, and I would create a new column. And at this point, I could go up or down from there. I don't have to start, this doesn't have a direction at this point. But I can also build up to 3 columns concurrently. So then I would draw, and I can draw from either the face down pile blind, or I can draw the top card face up to decide which way I want to play. I'm going to take 1 blind off the top.
And so it's very important to understand that you want to try and set yourself up. So I'm going to play this 31, which will be next to the 33 and the 78, because I want the 78 because that way I can start really high and ideally then go down and have lots of options going down, hopefully getting as many of the same color, the green. But even if I only get 4, but I get a bunch of them in that column, I can score a bunch of points. So then again I draw, so I'm going to draw the 68.
So then my turn, I would play, let's say I'm playing this 34, it's higher than the 33, I'm going to draw this 48, and I'm going to put it, because now that I have played, now I'm determining I'm going from 36 to 48, so I'm going up. So I would play it so that the white arrows at the bottom are showing, and now each number has to go higher. And then I'm going to pick a card to be my replacement from the stacks.
And so I'm hoping that I'll be able to play more of the same color later, but I'm going to put it at 68, which is next to 61 and 75, because I want the 75, because it's super close to 78. So now I'm going to go down. but hopefully I can get more green to relate and get a lot of numbers and score a bunch of points. And then I want to draw, so I'm going to draw the 18.
I'll play the 13, and I'll take the 68. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick up one. Actually, I'll pick up the one off of here.
Alright, so I don't have a whole lot of options, so I want to go for the 58, which is in my hand, to pull up to 60. And then I'll play that in my column with my other numbers. But at any point, once I draw a card, when it's my turn, I can start another column. You get 3.
Yeah. So I've already started 2. I'm going to go ahead and play the 6 here and take the 13. So now I've started my 3 columns.
Yeah.
Now, if I ever get to a situation where I can't play a card, I'm going to have to discard one of these columns. And when you do, those cards at the end of the game are 1 point each that are in this discard pile face down. Everything that's face up on the table is you're going to count the number of cards in the column, and you're going to take your color that you have the most of and multiply those two together. So let's say I had 7 cards in this column and 4 of them were green. It's going to be 7 times 4, so it's worth 28 points.
And you keep playing until both the face down deck, the face up deck, and the cards in your hand are played.
Yes. So, and based upon the player count, you've taken out enough so that everybody will have an even number of turns. We didn't change the number. We played 3 players, so this would have been set up for a 3-player game. But that's basically the concept.
And that's basically the end of the game, yeah.
Yeah, you just keep playing until you're eventually going to score your cards that you have at the end of the game. And whoever has a high score, when you add your multipliers times your columns,
plus your individual
your stack of face down cards, which are all worth 1 each, that's your final score.
Yep. And so it's that easy.
Yeah, and everybody who's played this has really liked it. It's super
easy. That's why I was surprised
quick.
It only is a 6.6.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be, I like this every much as Flip 7. I mean, granted, Flip 7 is a completely different game.
Yeah.
But it's just as fun as Flip 7.
It's a quick little easy game. It's easy to teach. It's a good game for people who are transitioning from standard traditional board games to something that is more of a strategic game.
Yeah, it's kind of like a good transition from like standard card games into something a little different than just a regular card game.
Right, because it does have that Euro feel to it.
Because you got the different colors and the rules for sequencing.
Yeah.
So which is very different than like euchre or very different than bridge. I cannot wrap my mind around that game at all. But stuff just standard card games.
Yeah. So I'm probably, given what this is, I mean, it's not a lot to it. You don't expect there to be because it's an entry-level card game. I'm going to go ahead and give this one probably a 7.5.
I was thinking 7.5 because it's just a fun card game.
Yeah.
So it's a good entry-level game. Not a whole lot to it. Easy to teach. I think it's 7.5 is a solid score.
Very easy, very portable.
Oh yeah,
you can just
it's a good small box game.
Your bag.
Yep, exactly. For traveling, if doing family vacations, it'd be a perfect game to take with you.
Yeah. And I believe it plays like up to
6 people.
6 people.
6 people.
2 to 6. So now with 2 players, I'm not sure if this would play as well.
I can imagine that this would not be very good at 2-player.
Yeah, we played with 5 the first time around, and that was great. We played with 3 today.
And I had a good time. This is the first time I played it, and it was at 3. I thought it was a good time.
And I played it with Sarah and Miranda at 3, and everybody.
What did Sarah think of it?
She liked it a lot. So yeah.
Well, there you go. You got a stamp of approval from a kid.
Yep. So that's our thoughts on Up or Down. So it's good for family, good for for friends that are not necessarily heavy gamers.
Great intro game.
It's something you're going to be able to get a lot of people involved in playing, and it's quick to learn.
Yep.
So
it's a good one.
if you've got a chance to play this, let us know what your thoughts are on it, or if you've played any card games that you would recommend that are for that entry or transitioning to board games that are more like Euro style type games. Even if it's not a card game, let us know what your favorite transition games are. Until next time, you keep on riding that up escalator.
And we'll keep going down the elevator.
Yeah, we'll go down the elevator. Escalator. I don't think this is an escalator. Speaking of escalators, though, the first day of Gen Con, the escalator broke down.
Yep.
So that's I think
which
a new
is
record.
kind of tradition.
Yeah,
it's always seeing when does the escalator to the JW specifically that we always look at. When is it going to break down?
And it broke down the first day, but after that, it stayed up and running the rest of the time. I was so surprised, which is better than I did.
And the AC was down on the first. We got there on Wednesday, and it was down the whole day. Wednesday, it was so hot in there.
Well, not in the entire hotel. It was just
the convention center.
Yeah, the convention center and the walkways across. But thankfully, the weather was beautiful.
Yeah,
after
it was.
That.
It was great walking outside.
So,
if you went to Gen Con, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What was your favorite game at Gen Con?
Yeah.
Just let us know something.
Just talk to us.
Comments
We're
down
lonely.
there for
We're
a reason.
lonely. We want to talk to you.
We really have nothing better to do.
We really do.
That's it. Bye.